close this like halfway.
All right, this is Derek here again with Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur. Today we're talking to Mr. Fields here. He got into being a barber. How long you been a barber now?
6 years. I've been cutting hair for, well, it's more like 5, but closer to 6, I'd say.
Yeah. So, and things going pretty good so far. What
yeah,
you been
man,
into?
I'm blessed. I cut hair. I teach barbering. I'm a barber instructor. I have a barber podcast. I also work with a nonprofit where we train barbers on mental health, which also, got from the prison.
Yeah. Because that's the last time I seen Fields was in prison.
Yes. That was
not the bad way, but
no, it was a bad way. There's no good way to be in prison.
No. It ain't no good.
On the good side of the bar.
Yeah. Yes. No, we're on the same side.
Yeah, we're on the same side. We ate the same food.
We just leave every day.
But I kind of forgot about it, and I was like, I seen the podcast thing.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a pretty big deal.
We're actually the number 2 barber podcast in the world, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Number 2. You should come on sometime. We'll bring you on there.
Yeah, I'll talk. I don't care to talk. So, a lot of people, you had a job that was like 40 hours a week, government benefits, like, you couldn't get fired from there if you tried, pretty much.
Yeah, call me stupid.
Yeah. So, what gave you the motivation to switch?
I was miserable. I got miserable. I was just living. Gained a bunch of weight. I probably gained 120 pounds in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Worked night shift. Mental health was terrible. Any law enforcement job, mental health wise, is terrible.
Yeah.
I was just really hating it, man. And I was like, I would have done anything different. You came to me and said, hey, you want to weave baskets? I'm like, bet. Let's go weave baskets. But, I got an opportunity. My brother-in-law came to me and said, hey, you can be a barber. And I believe I can be good at anything that I apply myself to. Yeah. So I switched. I switched to being a barber. And I haven't looked back since. It was, my dad didn't agree with it. My dad was actually mad that I did do it. He's like, same thing as you said. You got a family, you got government benefits, you got retirement. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm miserable. He's like, well, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm like, it's not good enough for me. I don't want to just live. I've been living. I'm miserable. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to do something different. So
that takes a lot of guts because, a lot of people, man, in life, everything is, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then when you start succeeding, then they're like, dude, that dude do anything. Like, you just got to turn the page a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
and thankfully, my spouse is really the one that gave me my push. My wife got her through school. She got her master's degree in nursing. And she's like, I got my degree. I'm doing something different. There's something you want to do, you should do it. I think you'll be good at this. And she really pushed me into it because I was on the fence about it for a while.
I think that's what... if you don't have the right partner, a good woman behind you is definitely going. That's
exactly.
With me stepping out like that, it was because my wife had already established a business that we knew we could make it on.
So you had a leg to stand on.
Yeah. And
same thing with my wife. She. I'm not going to lie to you. She did pretty well. We had to take a step back. We all lived in a single wide for about 2 years. There's 6 of us. I have 4 children, so 6 of us in a single wide trailer, which we definitely made some investments. I'm not gonna call it a sacrifice, and we invested.
Yeah, invest in yourself.
Exactly, and it was worth it long term for sure.
Yeah. 6 kids. Yeah, y'all repopulating the earth.
Yeah, well, we have 5 kids total. There's 6 in our family, so now there's 7 total.
They said Abraham's people will repopulate the earth.
Somebody's got to do it, man. Somebody has got to do it.
I got 2, and I'm about to die now.
Once you get over 3, you just kind of hand them the rules of the house, and the other kids just fall in line.
Hey, you hug your brother for me, and that way, he's so far down the line, kind of thing.
Got help.
So, and the podcast is number 2 in the country. Is that what you said?
Yeah. We're technically it's top. It says top 25. We've been told that we're the number 2 in the entire United States as far as barber content. It's called Barber College Success. What we do is we encourage entrepreneurs, mostly barber and cosmetology and aesthetic and nails, to take the leap, kind of like what we're talking about. We encourage them. We give them some advice. A lot of people, most of the time, you either have student kids right out of high school doing it, or you have people that have jobs like we had, careers, and they're taking that leap and investing themselves to do that. So that's basically what we talk about on the show.
That's pretty cool. Whenever we put this video on, just put like a little link in the bottom or something so people can find you. Because that's awesome. I think that's cool. I like anybody that's trying to do something different, trying to do something positive. But when somebody's getting ready to do this, like how long is the apprenticeship? Like
Dante is currently an apprentice. It takes about a year and a half to do an apprenticeship. you have to find somebody willing to do an apprenticeship. He asked me first. I said no. Okay, because I did the apprentice route and school. Which it worked out for me, and it's going to work out for Dante. We're going to make sure he gets his license. But school itself, you get so much more knowledge, book knowledge. We can teach you how to cut real fast, which you can do that at school, but I can teach you how to cut real fast. But the books part, it's really underrated. Even if you went to school, it would take you about a year to complete with everything, and then your licensing test as well.
Yeah, and then now when they're doing like apprenticeship, do they make some money off of that, or is it like?
Well, in the state of Virginia, they're paid hourly.
Okay.
Right? They're paid hourly, but there's. You negotiate whatever you negotiate with the person that is apprenticing you. So there are modifications made, but in the state of Virginia, you are supposed to be paid hourly to participate inside of an apprenticeship.
So that's good. At least there's like something to follow. Some of those apprenticeships it's volunteer, like on something.
Yeah.
Some
sometimes
jobs
you just bet on yourself, man, and just show up like tattoo artists.
Yeah. I wouldn't be no good at that. I'd just be all stick figures. It would be kind of rough.
I can do some snakes.
Yeah, everyone got their tongue out too. That's all I could do.
Yeah.
But so once people get past the apprenticeship and stuff, is it a pretty good living in it? Like, is it something
You want to know how much I make? Is that what you're
Well, like it right about like this. What's Marion probably got like what 6,000 people population, something like that.
So I do haircuts. I charge $30 a haircut, $40 for a haircut and beard. I usually allot about 45 minutes to that. I get about 13 to 15 haircuts in a day. You do the math. I do split my time up because I do the teaching. I lose money teaching. I lose about $1,200 a month teaching. But I do that because it helps me be better. It helps me not get burnt out on what I'm doing, and at the same time, I'm educating myself on a lot of the things that I missed out as an apprentice. So it's really beneficial to me, and it's worth the monetary loss that I'm losing at the time.
Yeah, it's kind of giving back too.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, but I think that's just trying to think of what somebody else would want to know about it.
I will say this: I started off with one thing that really helped me was getting a great mentor. My mentor, Craig Charles, who owns 2 schools and a barbershop in Bristol, and he invited me to the podcast. He's invited me to a lot of things. Him has really opened up a world for me of entrepreneurship. Getting you a mentor that is doing things in entrepreneur side, like Derek here, doing a lot of different stuff. And is Derek's your first name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Arnold
always
goes
the
by
last name. Yeah.
I didn't want to pronounce
Do
your
you go
first
by
name.
Arnold on the last?
Not normally.
Okay.
For like,
just getting a mentor, somebody that encourages you, like to because it's really hard to step outside that realm and bet on yourself, man. Because being an employee, most people are used to being an employee. I mean, most people never leave the realm of employment, and it's a good thing. You got retirement. You make a good living. Being on your own is a little bit scary, but the freedom that you have is just so much. It's worth it. I mean, it really is.
So what's the next step you're going to do? What are you?
My next plan, I've actually been actively looking for a barbershop. I got a few opportunities. Spoke to an awesome dude about maybe opening one in the casino. It's an option. It's not necessarily 100%. I've been offered a barbershop on a space on State Street, Bristol. Marion doesn't want me to leave. Abin is trying to get me to go there, so I got a lot of options. So probably open a shop will be my next stage in barbering.
That's pretty sweet. And then try to maybe you can hire your guy over there, run one, and you could run one.
Well, he is currently under the license of my brother-in-law. So I will not be asking him anything. Ever problems. One day at a time.
Yeah, that's awesome though, man. I just keep pushing forward, trying to keep going. Open up your own, then own the real estate to it, and then keep, just keep rolling with it. He just gapped your hair up real bad.
I'm not even worried about that.
He knows better. He knows better.
Well, man, yeah, I'm just glad you're doing awesome, and I appreciate you coming on and talking a little bit about it. Yeah. And this is a cool shop up here. I like the feel to it and everything. And what's the address? Tell them the address.
120 West Main Street, Marion, Virginia. It's called By the Plate Barbershop, owned by Matt Mabry, who was my brother-in-law and brought me into this. If you're looking to be an entrepreneur, do it. What are you waiting for? You either take the leap or you don't. And it's entirely up to you. All it takes is a little bit of courage. Just a little bit of courage.
I always say that people try to work the job forever, and no matter what, they end up in the same situation. You end up broke down, disability, or you got a tiny pension to live off of. Might as well take the leap and hit a rock one time, but you're going to fly eventually, right?
But it definitely takes discipline. Now, you have to plan for your future. There is no 401k waiting on you when you become your own boss. So you need to grab life by the horns, plan for your future, and just have courage to do it, and you'll be okay.
And buy that real estate, baby. Hold
real
on
estate.
to it.
Yeah, real estate. I'm in the process of that too.
All right, Fields, man, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Derek, man. It's great.